Okay, let me do another one. Stevie Wonder could have seen that dude was concussed, and he was falling all over his players. He couldn't even stand up straight.
Yes, he was. But he might have been a
little bit. Some going to submit, I smell a rat. I smell a rat.
All right, we're going to start the show by talking about the two NFL championship games. We have the first game was the NFC game with the Bucs and the Packers, and Tom Brady and the Bucs came out on top, unbeknownst or unforeseen by me. Well, what do you have to say?
Don't start on me. You go in first.
Let me go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did not expect the Buccaneers to go into Lambeau Field and beat the Packers like that. The Packers got several opportunities during the game. They got many interceptions in their favor. And yet and still, Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, as you call him, could not convert. He was off today. He couldn't convert the offense. And towards the end, there was a real questionable pass interference call, which you know how I feel about that. And it's just what you were talking about in the last show. It was a slight pull of the jersey. They called it, which to me was completely bogus. But it shouldn't have come down to that because the Packers had so many opportunities and they did not take advantage of them. So they deserve to lose. Tom Brady once again is going to the Super Bowl, his 10th or 11th, one of them. 11. That man, I got to tip my hat, tip my earring.
I ain't tip nothing.
Tip.
Two of these victories. One of them he shouldn't have had, the Seattle one. That was on a call. And this one, I don't know what Matt was doing. I don't know what he did. When they had it 4th and goal, when you got discount, double check as your quarterback, you go for it.
That was the other one, yes.
You still needed 2 scores. Why didn't you go for it and give that team the energy you need? When he made that call, the Packers lost all their incentive. They lost all confidence and they stopped playing, if you ask me. So LaFleur gave the Buccaneers that victory. I don't care what nobody say.
Very good point.
Still in it until he did that. In this day and age, how can you go against iron? If it was 4th and 5, I would have went for. You still needed another score anyway.
And then knowing that you're giving the ball back to Tom Brady,
get the ball back to Tom Brady.
Get as many points as you can get. Yep.
On what earth would you give the ball back to the Buccaneers?
Good point.
2 minutes to go in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cut the TV off. I ain't gonna lie. I ate my dinner. And I was so disgusted. I don't know what to do. I'm not saying that the Buccaneers don't deserve to go. I wish the Packers would have fought them harder. It was a total letdown, if you ask me. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry.
Good point. Very good point. The Packers were a disappointment today.
Exactly. I expected more out of them.
They had every advantage. Yeah.
The Tom was throwing them, handing them interception out there like they was free passes to the movies. How many did he do? 3 or 4?
I want to say it was at least 3. It was 3 for sure.
Exactly. So they had every opportunity. I'm just telling you, when Maxie now, in my little rants a couple of weeks ago, I was saying how you should get a young one to change. This is where experience would have helped him. With having Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, you should have known better to give him the opportunity. If he didn't make it, so what? We got to put all of our energy and all the momentum behind our quarterback. And I think when they didn't go for on 4th and whatever it was, the game was just over for the Packers after that.
Yeah, and I wonder if this is going to be not to the same level, but if it's going to be one of those like Seahawks, like that was an obvious call back in the old game we were talking about before. Like if they're going to look at this, like that was such an obvious call to go for.
The equivalent was the same thing. He had Marshawn Lynch. Matt had Aaron Rodgers.
And you didn't use your weapons. There was another thing I didn't like. When you said Aaron, in my brain remembered. Aaron had a wide open lane on that. I believe it was that third down play. He could have ran that sucker in, or at least got to like first and goal at the 1 or the 2 or whatever. I don't remember what the yardage was, but he could have ran it in and he didn't.
And that's not who he is. So maybe he
better be that person if he see that wide open lane in your playoff, the Super Bowl.
Got it, but he's such a go-getter. He's such a he's Mr. On time to me. Like, how many times have we watched over the years, Sabrina, when the Packers would be down by 20 points with 5 minutes to go and they win? You know, I've seen this dude score 3 touchdowns inside of 3 minutes. But he maybe the moment got to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody was saying something in his ear. You never know what happened. But man, I was thoroughly disgusted.
Yeah, I was too. Just overall, just so many opportunities for them.
So I deliberately wore this shirt. There's no crying in football, Gwen. You got to suck it up and move on to the next game.
So the Buccaneers, and let's talk about the fact that the Buccaneers, they said, will be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their stadium, because the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay this year. So it's like lining up to be a Disney movie. This is just
man. That line didn't block like that for Jameson. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the same, almost the same exact team Winston had last year. Let's keep it real. They added Brown and they added Gronk. That line wasn't blocking like that last year. Godwin wasn't good when whatever his name wasn't catching like that last year. That this dude comes to a team and they just he makes everybody game go up. I'm telling you, Sabrina, he passing out millions unbeknownst to us. I'm telling you, Giselle making $50 million a year. I'm telling you, Sabrina.
How you know what Giselle makes?
Giselle makes more than him. That's the joke. As good as he is, and being the GOAT that he is, your model wife brings in home more money than you. She make about 30 or 35 a year. He make like 20.
Still today?
Yes. Look it up. But long story short, I'm just saying that's what I know. But that dude passing out money, he doing something. Because that line wasn't blocking like that last year. Them dudes wasn't catching that ball like that.
Very true, but also you can't compare Tom Brady to Jameis Winston.
I get it, but listen, okay, take quarterback out. I'm talking about the rest of the team.
Got it.
Be honest, that the Bucs team from last year was not even playoff bound.
But
look how that line is protecting Tom. He had all day to throw. Half of them time, and they did sack him. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of times I was like, man, look at the line protecting him.
And a lot of the times it just goes to show that when someone has greatness about them, I hate to say it, but yes, people rise to the occasion. They don't want to be the weak link. They don't want to let the GOAT down. They want to come in there and make sure they do their best. So greatness.
All I'm going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, greatness begets greatness, you know.
Brown finally get to go. You know, that he gonna show out now.
Who?
AB.
Oh Lordy, I forgot about that man going to
he gonna show out. I'm just thoroughly disgusted.
Girl.
We talk about this all day.
So let's move on then to the AFC game, which unfortunately didn't end the way I wanted. It ended the way I thought it would, but not how I wanted it.
Sabrina, Ray Charles could have saw this thing coming.
I know, but
Sabrina,
I know.
Wasn't nobody gonna stop Mahomes? And let's stop right here. Wasn't he concussed just 6 days ago?
That man played like, let me show you something right here. Let me show you what I can do.
My point.
What's the point?
They normally, when you have a concussion, there's a protocol you have to go through. You are not back within a week, Sabrina.
No, he did go through the protocol.
And he got cleared in 6 days.
No, you have to stay out longer if they declare that you have one. Did they say that he had one?
Sabrina, okay, let me do another one. Stevie Wonder could have seen that dude was concussed. Sabrina, he was falling all over his players. He couldn't even stand up straight.
Yes, he was. But he might have been
It's some going to submit. I smell a rat. They knew they weren't going to win without him, so I think they did whatever. The same way the Redskins was lying on Alex's leg, I think the Chief was lying on him having a concussion. But, you know, who wouldn't? Okay, I get it. I just don't like cheating. You know what I'm saying?
That's not, wait a minute.
Sabrina, if that man had a concussion, he's supposed to sit out. And if you lie and say he didn't, then you just cheated.
Very true. But we don't know that he had one.
But next year, sometimes Sabrina, he couldn't stand up straight.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. If somebody hits you very, very, very hard, but let me finish. If somebody hits you very, very, very hard, you're going to be a little dazed and confused for a little bit. Wait. That don't mean you have a concussion.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Sabrina? Yes. Huh? Somebody cheating? They cheating on him. He didn't get hit. He twisted that dude up like a pretzel. I'm telling you, that jump, man, I smell a rat. And I'm going to continue to smell a rat because I know how NFL, they knew they didn't stand a chance without him.
That's true.
So if you want to leave it up to the team's doctors to clear his player, their main number one, A1 player to play, wouldn't you?
I'm sure I
wouldn't. But y'all, it's not my job. I'm telling you, Sabrina, I'm disgusted today. But like I said, I'm not gonna cry.
Well,
it was a lot of stuff. I'm telling them Bills fans need to be sending out some. This dude was concussed.
Anyway, we can go over this round.
Sabrina, if it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, is a duck.
It might be a swan, maybe. At any rate, the Swan and the Chiefs
are going to win the next Super Bowl.
So you think they're going to beat Tom?
Sabrina, ain't no stopping them. Who gonna stop Kelsey? Didn't I say this 2 weeks ago?
Yes, you
did.
Who
gonna stop Kelsey? Who gonna stop Mahomes?
Okay, so we've been saying every week the Bucs are gonna lose this one. The Bucs are gonna lose. They ain't lost yet.
I get it, but they done ran. Everybody get their stop.
So wait, let's be clear. You're picking the Chiefs?
I've been picking them. Didn't I tell you 6 weeks ago? No matter who won in the AFC, whoever went to the title in the AFC, whoever represented the AFC in the Super Bowl was going to win the whole thing. That has not changed.
I'm picking the Bucs.
Well, good luck with that.
You say get ready to lose, huh?
Not get ready to lose. We can have a good rivalry going on. I just say Mahomes got Brady now, but like it. I just
you don't see it happening.
I can see how he could do it, but that boy got too many weapons and he a weapon himself.
Mm-hmm. So we have the Buccaneers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Gwen has picked the Chiefs. I picked the Bucs.
I'll pick the AFC no matter who it was. It was just because of the younger quarterback. Even though they got the GOAT going, you know what I'm saying? I think they just gonna run out of steam on this one. Like they can do it, but Mahomes and them is just too. That's a well-oiled machine they got over.
I just see it all setting up. Tom and his 43 years old. He's the first team ever play in their own stadium. No one thought they could do it.
That's that melancholy bug in you. You looking for a fairy tale ending. I hope Mahomes bust that junk all up.
Listen,
I want him to bust it all up coming in. I don't even like the Chiefs. That's the thing. I don't even like the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't like either team really.
But I'm almost not gonna watch. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, and
it wasn't for this.
And can we also say just something totally different off subject? But and I know I'm saying this because I'm a little older, but I don't like this Super Bowl performance. I don't even know who this man is.
The Weeknd.
I don't know who that man is.
Oh, yeah, he had a good song. You weren't going to know about that song because it was in that dirty movie I didn't watch. Oh. So he had this real popular song in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, he had a real popular song in that movie. He used to have, you remember him, Sabrina, he used to have his hair.
Real like, crazy looking.
Yeah. Yeah. He got one or two songs I like, but I'm not in. I think for you to be the halftime person, you got to at least have 10 albums.
Right.
And able to sing 30 minutes worth of different songs
that people can at least sing along with.
Exactly. Unless you're gonna do some makeovers, do-overs on somebody else's stuff. He ain't got enough songs to be. He gonna have something else out there. Or like you said, we both too old to know all his stuff.
It may be some younger people watching saying, y'all too old.
Secular music, and I kind of can keep up with him. He ain't got but 4 or 5 songs.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for, I said that to say, I'm not looking forward to the halftime show.
I ain't watching.
I'm not really in favor of either team, but I picked the Bucs. It's just, whatever.
I know this is just a drag. This is a perfect ending to the season.
To the 2020
exactly,
season.
Exactly. Anything with 2020 on it, we want to God. Let's just get it out the way. Move on past it.
Gosh.
God. Good night. Now, did you see that the youngin got picked up by the Steelers?
I saw that, and that surprised me. Not that he got
Not
picked up
me.
by someone, but that it was the Steelers. I just didn't see that coming.
Let me tell you why I saw it coming.
Okay.
My little shimmy.
Oh,
Let me tell you why I saw it coming. Okay, let's digress for 2 seconds. But what he did, that was his personal business if he wanted to be in a hotel with the strippers. We don't have a right to his life. He could do whatever he want when he step off the field. I wish he would have had better character, but ollie golly, do you agree, Sabrina? My issue, well, Sabrina, you ain't say I agree.
Continue.
You know, Sabrina, sidebar. Sabrina, so you think when they like that they supposed to, I don't agree with it even, Sabrina, but he have a right to do whatever he want to do with his life.
He does have
That's
a right.
what I meant.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has the right to do whatever he want to do with his life when he off the field. Whether I agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. But my whole thing was you didn't have the team ethics in your mind to look out for your coach and the other players. That was my concern about the whole thing. And like you brought up, it was a big distraction. Now he's with somebody that's going to mentor him, that's going to bring him up, that he can squire Roethlisberger, he can shadow him and see movings on, and they're Tomlin gonna put that daddy off on him. You get what I'm saying? All of us they both from the DMV, they both African American. He older, he younger. I could see this a total good look for Haskins. Whether it's gonna play out for the Steelers is another story.
Right. Yeah, I think out of all the places that he could have landed,
it's a perfect place for him to go.
This is the best out of them. But I'll say this, he better, whatever his role is, if he ever step on that field, he better do right, because I think his leash is short at this point.
Exactly.
But at least he has another opportunity. You said he was going to get one, and he's got it.
He got it already. I didn't think it was going to come this soon.
Yeah, I didn't think
Tomlin is I was told is a really good, decent person. And he may have felt some kind of empathy, sympathy, whatever the word is, for him.
And probably felt like he could.
Let me help this young man, because he's
a
total fiasco. You know what I'm saying? He just terrible, and he felt like it. So maybe it's a goodwill gesture. Doesn't mean that it's going to amount to anything, because Ben is winding down his career as well. So they need to get somebody in there to learn a system. And what I've been told, he don't read plays well. So he may, what I've read, or heard, that he doesn't read plays well. So he's going to need a couple of years to adapt, which I'm totally in agreement of anyway. That players should, that they get these young quarterbacks, they should just sit them out for a year or two, unless they like Russell or Mahomes, where they can. But even Mahomes sat behind Alex for the first year.
But that's my thing. I was going to say, Dwayne has had 2 years already. How long is he going to sit?
Some people need to sit longer than others. But I'm glad the young man ended up somewhere. Like I said, I'm praying all the best for him. I wish him all the best, because I love young quarterbacks. I just do. But at the same time, I'm also know that Tomlin ain't putting up with all that we put up with. And I pray to God that he has learned his lesson. Yeah. And that he's going to commit 100% to the Steelers and do what he have to do.
And be a better team.
He's going to get it together and be monkey stomping us for the rest of our life.
We shall see.
Anyway, next question. The GM, who is Bama? I know he used to play for us.
He used to play for us back in the day, and apparently he was with the 49ers as a GM or something, as an executive, before he came here.
But Lynch was the GM at the 49ers.
So wait, let's check what his title was, because he was something with the 49ers.
If their life depend on getting it right, Sabrina, we will all be dead, pushing up daisies. This was a perfect opportunity to give Doug Williams the credit and the knowledge and the acknowledgement and all the accolades that we took from him, but we did what we did to him to make him the GM. I know he's some kind of executive in a Washington organization. Why wouldn't you give it to Doug?
Okay, he was a former 49ers executive, not GM. And he used to be a cornerback with us in Washington. I remember him very well. Like, I can see him.
You can, because I can't.
Oh, yeah. Martin Mayhew. I remember that name.
Mayhew, yeah, I remember him.
Mm-hmm. So,
but man, this is a perfect opportunity to give it to Doug. Well, congratulations to the young man, whoever got the job. I just thought that they would give it to Doug. I thought it was going to be Doug Williams' job.
So Doug had that job for a couple years, and maybe they know something we don't. He may not have gotten the job done.
He had an executive job. He wasn't the GM.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe something going on that we don't know. But I just thought that would be the perfect segue into him selling off in the sunset for the rest of his life, giving him, because what we did to him back in the day, I still don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was pretty bad back in the day.
Exactly. And I thought, okay, they're going to give him what he needs. But all these, obviously, I'm living in the fairy tale now. So
Mr. Martin Mayhew is now here, and we're gonna see what he's gonna do.
We're gonna see what he's gonna do. Let's see this draft coming up. Let's see. He got all this cap money. Let's see how it will work out.
And Doug Williams is still here as Senior Vice President of Player Development, but Gwen was saying she thought he would be the GM. I guess they're gonna have Doug in his lane. Moving on.
If these Bamas get Matthew Stafford, you hear me? I'm taking a year off from football. I cannot stomach another. This would be the worst ever. They always acquire these players past their prime. It is a reason why these other teams let these people go.
And I see a lot of people saying if we have a chance to get Stafford, we should get him. The devil is a liar. No, we shouldn't.
OMG. No. OMG.
Let it sail. Let it sail on past.
And let Deshaun sail.
Oh, I agree. I don't want Deshaun either. People gonna say that's bad to say.
Why?
I feel like we have Alex and we
got Six-Pack.
Yeah, let them do what they do. Stop messing with stuff that's working and let it work itself out.
They never let it work out to fruition because they always, that's what I told you, they always coming in and chopping up and moving pieces away. Then these people go off. That boy got raw talent. Yep. When Patrick Mahomes, the Super Bowl bound quarterback, give you kudos and go, you can play. You can play.
Yes. And the man's a mathematician. That got to count for something. He gonna calculate.
Figure the numbers out.
He gonna calculate the plays. I don't know. Let the man have a chance.
And here they go.
You called it. Let me just show y'all real quick the clip of when Gwen called it right here. Here you go. And there's a rumor going, not a rumor. There is a story out there about Deshaun Watson is going to be a free agent, and people are like, "What do we got him?" I don't think he the answer. No, I don't want Deshaun.
Leave Six-Pack right where he at, and that's what I'm talking about, Sabrina. I'm getting them flutter bunnies in my stomach because they about to do something stupid.
Right.
You have to see the future the same. I'm sorry from yelling. You have to see the future the same way you didn't see it when you let Sean and you let Kyle go. You know what I'm saying? You have to see
what's in front of you.
Right where. And they comes Sabrina.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying. And they don't leave well enough alone. They always want to get in there and mess with it and tweak it. Just let it play out and see where we are. We could be having our Tom Brady moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody foresee. Show that picture again. Nobody foreseen that dude. The dude right here, Sean, ended up being almost a 11-time Super Bowl attendee. Whatever it's called. I'm so mad right now.
In other words,
see from that picture we showed to this person playing from the 6th round, unheard of.
Right. And Heineke could be a diamond in the rough.
That could be our diamond in the rough. That's our Tom Brady. Let it play out.
But people said, go get Matthew Stafford. No.
You know what the most embarrassing part of it is, Sabrina? When these people are past their prime and they come to our team, then they throw all this money at them.
Mm-hmm.
and they waste the cap money. They waste opportunities for us to acquire different pieces. This is the perfect storm right here. We got players that are stuck in rookie contracts.
Mm-hmm.
They can't ask for more money if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Not now.
The perfect time to let them play, and all they doing is trying to be the best they can be doing their rookie contracts, so when they come out, they can get top dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Why not use this opportunity to get and acquire the pieces that we need? That's all I'm saying.
Too much like right, but we're going to see. It's a little early.
Yeah, Sabrina.
A little early.
Sabrina, I'm telling you right now, I ain't gonna be able to handle it. I don't want to see Stafford or Watson. I want the Washington football team to do the best they can with what they have now.
I would rather not see Stafford or Watson, period. But if they say I'm forcing you, Watson's younger, so I would pick him, but still. Please don't.
I can't even see him fitting into our offense.
I can't either.
Like, it don't even look right.
It doesn't match.
But they say San Fran want him. But what are they gonna do with Jimmy?
I can see that.
But what are they gonna do with Jimmy? They notorious for switching somebody out for somebody long as they go. They don't care. They cutthroat with that quarterback position.
Yeah.
Because Alex was performing. He just wasn't getting them past the playoffs.
Right. So yeah, but I can see Deshaun in
San Fran. Now
I don't know where I can see Stafford. Where can you see Matthew Stafford? I don't know.
Behind Pox in Detroit, where he always been.
Who's the Chargers quarterback right now?
Oh, Rivers retired.
Yeah, he did. Oh, let's talk about that in a minute.
He retired from the Colts. I don't know who the Chargers quarterback is. You're right.
Yeah, because he's not with
the Chargers, but Rivers retired.
Yeah, guys, that's a huge news bulletin. Yeah. Philip Rivers has retired
from the Colts. I guess he said he was one and done in Indianapolis, or maybe they was one and done with him, because that's another organization that don't play when it comes to that quarterback position.
Yes, indeed, and some of the greatness that they've had with Peyton and everything. And so I'm waiting to see if we're going to hear from Drew anytime soon for him to be retiring. We haven't heard anything on that yet.
And it's over. You got so close. You got one more year. It's always going to be one more year when you so close.
Yeah.
But like we said, this the third year in a row that they have went in the playoffs as a top seed or second seed, and just they're gone. They don't even get to the title game. So maybe he's past, that little off where he could just sell on out. I would hate to leave without winning, but I would take in consideration my body, my financial status,
the fact that you have children.
Exactly. Yeah. And one hit. That's all it takes.
And he's got everything well set. Just go. You're already going to be a Hall of Famer. Just go. But they can't accept it sometimes.
That's that dog in them, that fight in them. And I was listening to a football podcast with two former players. Let me say, I don't even know who they were. They was like, he said, walking on the field, he has to get into a really bad state of mind. Like he had to drudge up all the bad things that happened to him in his life so he could get that anger, so he could get that.
He must have been a defensive player, I bet.
Exactly. They both were defensive players.
Okay.
And that scared me. I was like, dang, I never realized that they had to go through all of that just to play. I just thought you put on your pads, you put on your uniforms, you go out there and you play. But some people have to take it to psychologically, because they have to do some things like really go after some people,
I've heard people say like they talk about other players' mamas on purpose, just you know what I'm saying, just to try to get up under them to get the.
Oh man,
that's tough.
Yeah, I would never want to have to do that, because how do you come back often?
Right, like my mom.
Why they get off the field and do some of the stuff they do.
Oh gosh.
But yeah. So again, going back to that 04 quarterback draft. So all of them two, the three tops of that, Eli, Ben, and Rivers was in that draft, top three. Two of them retired now. Ben is next.
And all the writings on the wall for him, like you were saying, we were having a conversation offline the other day. You were saying Ben is moving slower.
Sabrina wasn't in agreement with me, but to me, they have similar body types. Ben has always been bigger, the largest quarterback I've ever seen in my life. But Haskins, to me, is a little bit on the bigger side.
See, and in my brain, Haskins is small.
In my brain, Griff was small.
Yeah, Griffith's small, but Haskins to me don't look that big. Maybe I got to relook at him. You know,
Look,
he looks
that,
small.
that boy a little bit, he a little bit big. I could see that being a good offense for him. I just hope he gets it together.
Yeah, me too.
Do you think Breeze should retire?
I think he got another good year in him. I feel like Ben should be done. Breeze, give him another year.
I'm giving Ben and Breeze one more year.
Because you think that they should or that they're going to?
They're going to.
Do you think that they should? Because I think they're both
I think Ben
should retire.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I
they're
feel
both.
like with all those young players they have in their team, he's slowing them down.
Oh
If
wow.
a quarterback to Juju is and them are ready. They prime and ready. They say prime the pump, you pump whatever it is. They ready. And I feel like Ben slows them down.
And that's
So
something
they
you
had somebody back there that can move like they moving. Like look how Mahomes was eluding the sack today, and where they almost have him. It's something about having an agile, mobile quarterback.
Yep.
Especially sort of because even when the coverage downfield is superb, you got hats off to that Bills coverage. They had them, but Mahomes was too much to contain. And so he could elude and get away and make those miraculous passes that get them out of trouble. They 3rd and 14. You look up, they halfway down. They done got 50 yards on one play. So it's gonna be a good Super Bowl, but it ain't one I'm looking forward to. I tell you that.
Yeah, it's not very exciting unless you're in Tampa Bay or Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm know the Kansas City people losing their mind right now.
Again,
back to back. I got them taking this, Sabrina.
We gonna see.
Yeah, I pray to God. Please.
As we didn't mention that Drew Brees got drafted in 01, so he got 3 years on 2 of the folks that have already retired. So
it's time for him to tip. I got him, Brady. See, Brady gone to Super Bowl again. So the report on him is Gwen, shut up. He still could do it, which he is proven. See, once he proves it, man, I got a love-hate relationship. I love to hate that dude.
And like we said the other week, like, why?
I love to hate that dude. I just thought mine is personal. So we can get offline and I'll tell those who want to know, but I ain't mentioning it here because that's my opinion.
It's something else.
It's something else. But that's been 15 years ago. And when do you let sleeping dogs lie and go on with it, Gwen?
Right.
I just don't like them. We just gonna leave it at that.
All right.
So it is what it is.
Last but not least, today, our boy Alex Smith, we were talking about him earlier. He was awarded by Sporting News. This is not the official one, but Sporting News has named him the Comeback Player of the Year.
I know that's right.
But the official Comeback Player of the Year award by the NFL is going to be announced February the 6th, the day before the Super Bowl.
That's when my boy Chase gonna get his Rookie of the Year. That's when my boy Chase gonna be nominated for Defensive of the Year. That's when my boy Alex gonna get Comeback Player of the Year. If they don't give him that award, something wrong with them.
Yes, ma'am. And I
just fell in love with Alex Smith last Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been 100% Alex Smith. I could take
right.
But to see all that man has gone through and to persevere and to keep going and going and going to keep coming and then performing at a standard or a level that made him a starting quarterback was exceptional.
Yeah, he pulled me over to his side by just his tenacity and what he's overcome. I'm like, okay.
I could get with that. I could get with that. But again, Sabrina, I'm kind of scared. If he don't get that leg right. I pray that they kept him out to make it better.
Yeah.
If we can have a good run next year.
I agree.
I ain't saying nobody come back from that like this. I don't know. No story. The Pittsburgh Steelers guy came back to walk, but he can never play again.
Right. Exactly.
And a couple of other people, they get better, but they never come all the way back to play. They never return to full play.
Yeah.
Man, to see that dude leg like it was on that E6, man, I ain't never seen nothing like. They just need to cut the bone, take the bone out because all the blood in the bone. What they holding on to the bone for?
Girl. And I don't know how, I was saying, I don't know how she could stand to watch it. Like if that was my spouse, I would be on, and I'm sure she probably is on pins. And he was like, oh my gosh, they're going to hit him. What's going to happen when he gets his first hit? I would be so nervous. And I saw her say it's bigger than football now. Like he wants to inspire people. And I can't stop him from doing it.
Already inspired him. I'm getting nervous on her. But Sabrina, one more thing.
Yes.
I was going on the Kansas City Chiefs road. So my thing is all about, let me go back and look at the path that each team took to get to the playoffs. Like they use algorithms, like two teams could have the same record. So why didn't this team, the Dolphins didn't make it at 10-5, but this team made it? Because they use algorithms to see, this team played more 500 above teams and all that other stuff. So long story short, remember we were talking about the AFC North Division? And it was miraculous that a great job they did because their teams made it. But it was easier to get them wins because they all got 4 wins each from playing our conference.
Yeah.
That's why their records was so good, Sabrina. Did they really play? Because look, they was out. All of them guys, whoop, 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 took them out just like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expected the Bills to be contending with the Chiefs. I thought it was going to be the Steelers or the Ravens. Somebody coming out the AFC North. Remember all my hoopla about, this is going to be a good game. Their records were so good because they got 4 wins just playing through our division.
Playing the NFC East division, which
that's why all their records was 11-5.
Right. Because they
got 4 extra wins playing us a piece. The only one that didn't win most of the NFC East games is the one that didn't make it, which was the Bengals.
Yes.
But the rest, and I was like, see, little things like that will help you and skew the playoff picture. Our conference was that bad at the beginning of the year.
And there were a couple of times where like we beat the Steelers and everything. So there were a couple of
one game.
But most of like you said, they got the benefit of playing.
Most of them got 3 wins each off of our division.
Yep. That is a great point. I
was gonna say I'm going back and I'm looking the road to, because we're gonna have to do a road to the Super Bowl segment. Like how did each team? That's what we need to do next Sunday. This is how the Tampa Bay, and we can show their wins and talk through, quick. But I was thinking to myself, they sure did. That's why all their records were nice like that. That normally doesn't happen. 3 teams from the same conference.
Good point.
We in a rebuilding mode in our division. We got new coaches, we need new quarterbacks, and we need new pieces. It's gonna be better next year than this year, but not that much better. I don't care what nobody say. The Cowboys still gonna be struggling, the Eagles still gonna be struggling. The only 2 teams that's gonna improve are us and the Giants.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yep.
That's gonna do it for us again for another week of Spikes and Hills. We look forward to talking to you next week. So next week there are no games because there are 2 weeks in between. So next week we'll be coming to you with a little bit of conversation about the road to the Super Bowl. I'm quite sure there's gonna be a lot of football stories to talk about. So we'll talk about it then. So I'm Gwen.
I'm Sabrina.
Stay blessed, stay safe, love someone. Have a nice week. Bye.